Warning: do not listen to this hypnosis recording while driving a motor vehicle or operating machinery of any kind. This audio recording contains a professional hypnotherapy session and is designed to induce an eyes-closed state of hypnosis. Welcome to your hypnosis recording from richmindhypnosis.com. I am Jesse Berg, your hypnotherapist, founder of richmindhypnosis.com, and author of the book Rich Mind, Poor Mind. I thank you ahead of time for choosing richmindhypnosis.com for your personal products, and feel very confident that your experience will prove rewarding. Whether or not you have experienced hypnosis before, or whether it has been with a one-on-one session or a recorded session, I guarantee that not only each hypnotist, but each individual experience offers something unique than ever before. Please listen to the following carefully before starting the actual session. I highly recommend, as an ideal requirement to your session, to listen to the Rich Mind Hypnosis pre-talk in preparation for your hypnosis sessions. This was sent to you and included in your downloads when you ordered. If you do not have access to this, you can contact administrator at richmindhypnosis.com. That was the email address, administrator at richmindhypnosis.com, and request this pre-talk MP3. The pre-talk is very valuable in understanding the basics of hypnotherapy and adding to your success. Okay, next I'd like to go over something very common to a person experiencing hypnosis, which is to have expectations of what you are about to experience. Expectations are not negative, they are natural. However, making sure your expectations are positive and do not work against you is important. For example, many people who have not had very much exposure to hypnotherapy are still under the belief that to be in hypnosis is to not remember what happens in the session. This is not true. A deeply relaxed and hypnotized person indeed remembers the session. Another is that a person will often think that they will experience some supernatural level of relaxation. When they do not always meet their expectations, they can incorrectly believe they were not as hypnotized as they should have been, when actually hypnosis is very relaxing. And often people report incredible levels of relaxation and even blissfulness. It is still not expected that everyone will reach a level of relaxation that is much different than normal. However, hypnosis does work like exercise does in one way, which is conditioning. With more repetition, a person does seem to reach deeper and deeper levels. So whatever relaxation you feel is the correct level for you at the given moment. You are hypnotized while feeling fairly regular. Another is the simple expectation of the results a person expects and wonders about. This is a good time briefly to mention the difference between hope and expectation. They are both great and yet have subtle differences, especially regarding something like hypnosis. Hope is when we see something we want, be it physical, some kind of emotional fulfillment, or monetary. We hope to get it. We can relate to this. This is different than expectation. like when you just expect the sun to rise every morning. It takes up a different place in your mind that you can feel. Now, it becomes automatic, and in no way do you ever wonder as you awake and check outside to make sure the sun did rise. You feel this without even thinking about it, and know it will happen. And this is a place of totally secure beliefs in your mind. And as you expect to get the results from this hypnosis session in much the same way. You awake the next morning, going about your business, knowing what needed to take place did. To have positive expectations versus hope. You will take action on your part and live as your new changes open up to you. It is nice when something offers you a concrete result that you can rely on. Just like knowing the sun will rise tomorrow. And as you think about what you want from this session, you can be assured you will find it in the same place of your mind. Again, I recommend the pre-talk, which goes into some more depth and the great characteristics of hypnotherapy. With all of this said, you can expect something that absolutely qualifies as powerful and unique. Hypnotherapy not only offers deep, permanent change and a more clear self-awareness, but does it quickly and more easily. You can expect to relax much more than you have in some time. You can expect to finish with a positive, more clear-centered vision and sense of where you are going. And you can expect to have a smile on your face for the rest of the day. As we close, these next suggestions are very important for your session. Do go somewhere where you will not be disturbed for the length of the session, where it is quiet and comfortable, where you will lay back and be able to close your eyes. If there is too much disturbance, you may get distracted and not be able to focus on the session. If this happens, and we all do have busy lives, just be willing to stop and start over again at a later time. Set up your listening device and be ready to push play as you lay back and begin relaxing. As you go into this, remember that staying awake is important. If you are challenged listening to such relaxing sessions and falling to sleep during the session, just try and listen earlier in the day, or sit more upright, yet still reclined. This is relaxing and helps most people stay awake. The session is designed to keep you awake, yet deeply relaxed, just enough to be aware of the recorded session. Besides this, there is nothing for you to do except listen and relax as you follow along. I thank you again, and I'm very excited for you to experience powerful changes using the great method of hypnotherapy. Thanks again, and your session will begin in a few moments. You can get in a quiet, comfortable place, and I will see you in a minute. Simply follow my lead. Now that you are in a quiet, comfortable place, as you begin, allow yourself to close your eyes. It is just easier to relax and allow your mind to become aware that as you have gone through life, you, like everyone else, lives based on your senses. Sight, sounds, smell, touch, and something real presents itself to us at each moment in life. But before we experience anything internally from outside of us, we first interpret it through our senses. Therefore, everything real is at least a little bit adjusted based on your senses. You can remember meeting people, liking some, not liking others. You have seen things you want, things you don't want, had feelings based on interpretation, and this is normal. Yes, not often do we think about how everything is first interpreted through our senses, altered somewhat from its purest form. Our lives are sculpted by our senses, memories created by those senses, and of course a future somewhat affected by our old memories, new memories, and our senses. Therefore, you may understand now. We can adjust our senses to accomplish what we want. We can create the life we want, and we will begin doing that now, as you allow the sounds and silences around you to be acknowledged and accepted, and also accepting that they will begin fading into the distance. And you can just listen to each word as this happens, hearing all I have to say, relaxing constantly, yet staying awake just enough to benefit from everything in this session. You can focus on your next breath, relaxing. Let the next breath slow and go deeper, and relax. Allow yourself to realize there are items, furniture, perhaps decoration of some sort around you. That will be there when we are done, as you let that fade now. You can know that your mind wants to stay busy with thoughts, what you have to do, what you have to get done, who you have to meet, and accept this as you. Also, let it go. It will be there later. And relax. And let each breath that you don't even have to think about guide your mind and body further, deep down, into your perfectly relaxed state of mind today, as we continue. As you begin to take control of your senses, sharpening your inner self to ultimate self-control and ability, we will continue this induction deepening, and notice how good that feels. Somewhere in you, starting to grow while you take on, in your imagination, an interesting and powerful act. You can pretend you are already hypnotized and relaxed to the deepest level. You can act as I continue, as if you have already reached the deepest levels of bliss and relaxation, and quiet your mind. Relax your body and respond accordingly, hearing and remembering what you need to, yet so relaxed you want to enjoy this for as long as possible. A deeply relaxed and hypnotized person has the ability to use their powerful imagination to follow certain suggestions. You, the person starting out by pretending, using your senses to act as a deeply hypnotized person, can do the same. And as I suggest that your eyes are so heavy that even if you did try to open them, they would remain shut because they are so relaxed. They just won't open. And as you take your full awareness to your eyelids, you can relax and pretend as a hypnotized person would do, almost as if you are pretending to fool others. And feel your eyes are so relaxed. They are too heavy to open. And now prove to yourself how well you can use your senses and imagination. And make a failing attempt to open your eyes now. Try, but you cannot. And relax, stop trying, and go more deeply. Relaxed. And allowing each word, along with each inhale and exhale, to guide you more peacefully. Relaxed. Feeling good.
Let go completely.
And as we continue, you can realize that just as a deeply hypnotized person, your mind quiets as you enjoy a stronger sense of peace. Nothing needs your attention now. Your body, all of your limbs relax so much. You feel a sense of physical blissfulness. You can also raise your right hand now, just a few inches from where it is. Just a few inches from where it is, raise your right hand. Now lock it at the shoulder, down to the elbow, locked, and now the wrist, locked. You can use your senses as if this is exactly true, and make sure your arm is up and locked now. Locked at the shoulder, locked at the elbow, and at the wrist. Locked solid. Unable to do anything with that arm, as it is suspended until further suggestion. And feel this now, and now even become aware that an attempt to move it from here makes it lock even further. And now, relax your arm back down, allowing the relaxation just developed in that arm to spread through your whole body, from the top of your head all the way down, through the bottom of your feet, and relax. Again, just as a hypnotized person, you can use your imagination now to relax more deeply, and imagine a waterfall that you see from a distance away. You are a safe distance as you imagine what it is like for a drop of water in that waterfall that you see now. It starts slowly at the top, as you imagine it nearing the fall, and yet this drop of water is protected and secure by all the water drops around it. And it nears the fall just as it reaches the top. There is a pause. and then down. A free fall in total safety, all the way down to the bottom, where all of a sudden everything is peaceful, quiet, and just floating along once again as you relax and continue. In a moment I will count from 5 to 1. All the way down, allow yourself to double your relaxation with each count. And 5. Relaxation is doubling. And 4. 3. More relaxed. 2. And 1. All the way down. Let yourself relax all the way completely now, while you breathe in and out deeply. Now once again, take your attention back to your eyelids and notice the depth of relaxation. And now again, relax your eyelids so much that they wouldn't open even if you tried. And make sure you have that relaxation, along with the power of your imagination and control of your senses. And try to open them to find you cannot now. And stop. And relax more deeply. As we continue, you may find yourself pleasantly surprised that as much as you do adjust in your relaxation, you eventually go deeper, a little up and a little more down, becoming more relaxed with each thought, each word, and each breath that you don't even need to think about, as you stay only alert enough to listen to this whole session, enjoying the wonderful feelings of deep relaxation. As we continue in a moment with your chosen session. It is time. Using time to our benefit is something we all deal with in the modern world. As you continue wondering what is to come in the time ahead, you can realize that right now, as you hear each word, is all the time that matters. Right now, and as you, in a short while, gain the tools, insight, and suggestions to become very effective at using time to your best ability to get the most done in a short time, you may find it is like being able to stop time, in a sense, and get everything you need done before restarting the clock again. You will find you can do everything you need to do, and in a short time. You will understand this thing we view as time differently, and do the most important thing of all. Use each moment to the fullest and enjoy time as we continue. Use the right amount of time to go deeper now. Deeper each time you hear this phrase, and use the right amount of time to go deeper now. Use the right amount of time to go deeper now. Use the right amount of time to go deeper now. Use the right amount of time to go deeper now, and continue. As a man stands in front of his home, he can see his home which needs some new paint. He can see his lawn which needs cutting. He can see his cars which need a wash. And he finally looks at his driveway which needs to be swept off. The man starts to feel frustrated because he is starting to worry that he won't have enough time to do everything he needs to do today. He continues to look around at each task to be done. The man doesn't know where to start. He starts to think about how time should best be used, and all he can do now is look at his home that needs paint, his lawn, his cars, and his driveway which needs sweeping. He continues and continues, and we now continue as you do indeed continue to go deeper and thinking about the issue of time and the previous story of the man in front of his home with a lot to do. You can also consider the following: that there is a difference between relaxation and hypnosis. We often couple those terms, but when broken down they do mean different things. Like, relaxation is when, for at least a reasonably extended period of time, you let go of thoughts of what needs to be done, what has happened, what makes you happy or sad, and just let go. And you typically take a few breaths and relax your mind and body to a certain level. Eyes usually close to rest, and with relaxation, it is like you start to notice a hinting sense of peacefulness. A thought here or there will come and go, and you relax, noticing certain images and feelings coming through you, wanting to stay here in this relaxed state of mind and body, feeling good and enjoying the healthy benefits of relaxation from time to time. And yet hypnosis is different in some ways than relaxation. You find the same level of closing the eyes and keeping them shut, breathing deeply, and allowing your mind and body to relax to a comfortable extent, except in hypnosis, you can start to feel something new. It starts subtle but builds. More and more. A sense of completely letting go, knowing you are safe to do that for some time. As if you feel a security and safety to allow feelings and emotions to rise and leave. Breathing in and out, and this new feeling doesn't have a name, but you sense it now. Perhaps a tingling, some even say euphoria is related to hypnosis. Perhaps a floating along feeling, and perhaps a relaxing, safe, sinking feeling. Noticing how what is under you holds you up so you can just completely let go. You feel good while noticing in hypnosis you are letting your automatic functions happen without thinking about them. You breathe, the world turns. Your time is being used for health and relaxation right now. And seeing this is nice because you find you really can let go and notice a rhythmic breathing, a peaceful feeling, softening of your facial muscles, relaxing, and the feeling that you like being here. So, there is a difference to some degree between relaxation and hypnosis, and you can enjoy those now, as you do indeed enjoy both as well. And you do know that time is a law. It is unchangeable, except in perception. So time never frustrates you. It is always the same. Tasks have no need to cause you any grief. Only perception that says there is not enough time, when you already know there is always the same amount of time. So the answer to using time better is in perception. Time can be trusted. Tasks can be trusted. So it is time to trust yourself. Knowing all you can do is what time allows. Peacefulness comes when this is understood. And there is something more to understand about this. You control what you do in time. 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 And relax. And you now know that the only variable in time is what you choose to do. You can use time best when you understand our only access to time is the time we are in right now. So what can you do right now is a question that sets you on the path to using time better. You do what you can in the moment, and what doesn't get done will be handled at a later time. Take this moment to do what you can. Take this moment to do what you can. Take this moment to do what you can. Relax. Take this moment to do what you can. Relax. Take each moment to do what you can. And relax. And we continue. As you think about all the things you have ever gotten accomplished in time, there is a secret ingredient you can pull from past experience to use now and in the future. You think about how you have always just started with one thing. You started in the moment, and eventually you used time to get done what you needed. The only time waster is when a person stops to think about how they should use time, when actually they have used that time to just worry about not getting something done. You always just start with what you can do right now, because the tasks will wait, and time is always the same. The tasks will wait, and time is always the same. The tasks will wait, and time is always the same. The tasks will wait, and time is always the same. And the tasks will wait, because time is always the same, and relax when you catch yourself putting something off. It is okay. See it. Decide if you should really start in on it now, and then get started. Or you will do it later. This is the best anyone in the world can ever be at using time. They get started on whatever they can do right now. This is the secret. Then, people often wonder how to best organize the tasks. This is also done by getting started. You can imagine the following. A woman sits in a room. She wants the book across the room to read. She gets up and walks over to get the book on the other side of the room. The woman walks back and sits down. Now, as the woman starts to read, she wants a glass of water. The woman gets up and walks to her kitchen and gets a glass of water and walks back. to sit with her water and read her book. Now the woman wants to open the window for a breeze in the room. She gets up and walks toward the window and realizes she could have gotten up once, thought about all she could do right now for what she needs, and made one trip around her home to get all she needed. To utilize her abilities the best inside of an unchanging time. Now you will see what you need from this time and space. Now you will see all you need from this time and space. Now you will see what you need from this time and space. Now you will see what you need from this time and space. And from now you will see all you need from this time and this space. And relax as we continue. Earlier you heard a story about a man standing and looking at all of his tasks, his home needing paint, his lawn needing cutting, his cars needing a wash, and his driveway needing to be swept. You imagined earlier, without any suggestion, a general image of this man. His home, his cars, his lawn and his driveway, without suggestion. Your mind automatically saw these things. And just as your mind has the power to do this, you can see now as this man picks up a broom and starts sweeping his driveway. He has now started using time the best anyone can, by doing what he can right now. The rest will be there at a later time. And the tasks will wait, and time is unchanging. The tasks will wait, and time is unchanging. The tasks will wait, and time is unchanging. All. The tasks will wait, and time is unchanging. While your tasks will wait, and time is unchanging, and continue. You can do what you can do right now, and what you can't can wait. The worst that will happen is it gets done all by itself. Imagine next, until I speak again, some tasks you typically have to do, or will in the future. And see and feel yourself, with imagination, realizing all you can do is get started. Do what you can with this time and imagine yourself getting everything done you need to. And it is always in enough time. See this over and over until I speak again, as you do everything you can in this time and place in your mind's imagination. And use this time, the only time, to get started and begin. Slowly now, find your awareness coming back to the sound of my voice and relax. You can use the current time to do what you can. Then, do more in the next time that arrives. It will. You can only do as much as you can to the best of your ability in the time that is allowed, being that you get started. The tasks will wait, and time doesn't change. This is the best use of time, right now. And in a moment I will count from 1 to 3. And with each number up, come partially alert until I reach the last number, when you can come all the way up to full alertness very comfortably at that time. And 1 slowly coming up, knowing that the only time we have is right now, so you can start somewhere. 2, even closer. And you can be at peace knowing time doesn't change, and the tasks will wait. So you can use the current moments in life to organize time the best you can, as did the woman. Learn as she walked around her home to get a book, a glass of water, and open the window. And 3, eyes open, fully alert and feeling great. And with eyes open, allow yourself to readjust properly as you enjoy the after effects of this level of relaxation and hypnosis. Congratulations, and enjoy these great feelings. And I thank you so much for taking the time to spend with richmindhypnosis.com. Thank you.